Hello, welcome back to the Ninja G channel. Today's game is going to be Eador, Masters of the Broken World. This is an interesting little game. I picked it up yesterday. I've played a few hours. I've gone through the tutorial mission here. I've conquered this shard. So generally the basis of this game is that it's a fantasy world that's been split apart. Dark forces were trying to conquer the world, and so the gods, I suppose, split it up into all these many smaller fragments that they call shards. And the idea is that you play one of these gods and you go into one of the shards and you try to conquer it in a very similar game style to maybe Heroes of Might and Magic. 3 was the best one. I would say this is pretty similar to that, or maybe to a Civilization game, although I haven't played too many of them, but I can see similarities in the way you build up your towns and you move around on a hexagonal grid, and the towns develop and build up, and you move your armies around and your heroes and things. It's got some similarities to both of those games, but it's newer. It's a couple years old. I think it came out in 2013. It's had several updates since then, and I find it quite enjoyable. I really liked Heroes of Might and Magic 3. That was probably my favorite. I started with 2. I never really played 1, but I was hooked on 3. I played the hell out of it, and I enjoyed it a lot. And so I'm always on the lookout for good new games that have the same style as that, and this is one of them. So this has been on my wish list, and here I go. I'm going to pick one of the shards. So each shard has a certain number of buildings which you can get, and so far I've really enjoyed being sort of a wizard, so I'm looking for one that's going to provide level 2 sorcery, because I really like spell casting. So I'm going to go to Eador. Oh, that's a tough one to pronounce. Eador? That's my best shot at it. Anyway, once I've picked which shard I want to attack, I click attack, and I pick a skill. I'm going to go on an easy skill just so it's not overwhelming, because these games can be very challenging. And I'm still a beginner. I've had 3 hours maybe. You can see there's some very nice artwork that they've come up with that's showing the way the shards are. You know, the little castles and cities connected to each other. So it says, you're on a new shard now. To unite it with your world, you have to defeat all the opponents, whether local lords or immortal masters. First of all, you need to hire a hero. Enter your stronghold by clicking the stronghold button. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then this is the close-up view of my stronghold. And it says, you can see heroes of different classes at the top left of the screen. By pointing at class name, you can read information about the hero and hire him if you wish using the recruit button. Keep in mind that each hero will cost more than the previous one. So they give you the 4 main options: warrior, scout, commander, and wizard. And I, of course, am going with a wizard. Yes, I will hire this wizard. It's going to cost me 100 gold and 10 of these crystalline resources. Alright, so I think that's probably good. So now I have a wizard, and the wizard can explore and do things. Now you can see there's a ton of information on the screen here. Right now I'm in the Rockabron location, and it's only 60% explored, and it's producing a little bit of money and resources, and there's various options where I can hire troops. That's the first thing I want to do. Right now I have a militiaman and a slinger. Those are kind of useful, but there's no garrison for me to recruit from, unfortunately. So what I want to do is I want to build, and that's this other button here, construction. So they have a wheel here, and there's various things that you can construct. I have a lot of options here, but I can only do the ones with a plus. So the first thing I want to do is I want to recruit these guys and these guys, and I should probably build some other important things, but for now I'm just going to start out with that. Okay, so I've got a construction queue that's going. And I can see there's several provinces around me. There's a slimy swamp. There's a orcish tribe. There's a free settlement and brigand outlaws. So there's some options here. Actually, I'm going to go back into my stronghold for a minute here and see if there's a library. I need to make some spells for my wizard, otherwise it's going to be kind of weak. Yeah, there's really not much I can do. Alright, what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to explore the province. Sounds like a good idea, so exploring. The hero Nestors has returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 3% of the land in the province of Rockabron. Alright. So, it completed the first construction, and it's got a second one scheduled, so I'm going to go ahead and construct it. And I'm going to continue exploring. While exploring the province of Rockabron, the hero Nestors found something unusual, an old keep. Alright. You may construct the scheduled building. Construct. I thought I had finished that. Maybe not. Continue exploring. I found an arena. How interesting. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go back in here and schedule some more things to be constructed. I think a granary is probably a good idea, and I've got some fighting men to start out, but what I really need is a library. So I'm going to put in that library. Now, I can also move around, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into this next province on this turn. I can see there's a local lord I'm competing with. He's doing things also. So here we have militiamen, slingers, spearmen. I'm actually going to negotiate with them because these seem like good folk. So they say they want 360 gold in order to join my forces. So I'm going to go ahead and pay them. And I'm going to construct what I had scheduled. Thus began the Empire. Achievement unlocked. Population mood is an essential parameter. If the population is unhappy, unrest will gradually accumulate in the province, ultimately resulting in a rebellion. Hiring a guard in a province allows you to slow down the rate at which unrest grows. If the province is in revolt, the guard will help you defeat the rebels. In the future, buildings that influence population mood will become available for construction. So that's interesting. Here I have hired guards as an option, and I've got a little bit of a local militia, so that's good. Now I can see that there's a couple other locations here that I could go to. There's some brigand outlaws. I don't know if I want to contend with them just yet, though. I'm actually going to return to my place, to my stronghold, and I'm going to construct the library. So now I'm back in my stronghold, and my stronghold now has a library right there. Library. So what I would like to do is maybe construct some more things. Library is checked off, and I guess I'd like to build a show booth. That would help with the morale of the local population. Not sure what I want, though. Looks like I need a workshop for that, so I'm going to put the workshop in the queue, and then I'm going to put that in the queue, and that's going to provide a little bit of extra income. Seems like a good idea to just have a queue of things, so if I go roaming around, it's going to continue to build things up for me. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the library, because what is a wizard without some spells? So right now what I've got is slow, and magic arrow, and fear, and magic spark. So I've got spells already, and These are just basic spells, nothing fancy, so I'm going to stick with that. And I'm going to go find these brigand outlaws and deal with them so I can take over another province. And then we're going to get a look at how combat works. So here, there's 4 enemies: brigands, thieves, and bowmen. And bowmen are a little bit dangerous, but I'll see what I can do. Hopefully my spells are going to be enough to overwhelm them. So I'm going to attack. Alright. My group is small, so initially I can place my people where I want to put them. I'm going to put him on the hill. That gives him a range advantage, so he can hit some people from there. And then I'm going to start the battle. Now, I think the most dangerous guy is the bowman. He's got a lot of range. But these brigands aren't going to be pushovers. So, here I have cast spell. Now, I'm of course going to start out with a magic spark against the bowman. Looks like a fatal shot. Game over for him. And then this guy, he's going to take a shot at the nearest enemy. And then I'm going to end turn. Now there's some obstacles in the way. They're going to have to work their way around, and that gives me a little bit of time. Not much though. So the next thing I want to do is maybe slow down one of these enemies. Now it's going to take him a little while to get to me, but the other guys, they're already coming. I'm going to take another shot. This is not going to go well for me. I can already tell. I might win, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose all my forces. Alright, this time I'm going to hit hard with my bolt against the uninjured guy here. Magic arrow. You're dead. Good job. So, I'm going to start out with ranged attack. Soften him up. And try to finish him off with a close-in attack. It wasn't quite enough. He hits back. So each terrain has its advantages and disadvantages. And you have to try to position yourself. You can even get behind enemies and get a little bit of a tactical advantage by doing so. See if I can use my last spell to drain the morale from this guy. Maybe lower morale means he won't do quite as well. I'll try to get in behind him a little bit. Alright, I actually did not lose any of my forces. The Glorious Opening, achievement unlocked. Cool. So my wizard levels up, and he's got several options for how he can level up. I usually go with Necromancy, because I really like summoning undead. So I'm going to do that, Necromancy, and then my Militiamen, they gained a level. They can get hit points or counterattack. I like to keep my people alive, so I'm going to go with the hit points, and he gets level 2. So he's got stamina or resistance against magic. I don't encounter too much magic so far in the game, so I'm going to boost the stamina. And you can see the buildings that I've scheduled to construct, they are constructing. And I'm going to try to upgrade the places that I've conquered here. It's not letting me upgrade anything. Wow. Let's see, does this place need guards? It does. So I hire a local militia. And what I really need is more forces. I do have an opening slot. I need a necromancy spell too. So I'm going to head back to the stronghold. I'm going to construct that other building I wanted built. Now the real question is, how am I going to get necromancy, which is what I really want. Here we go. So to get this one, I need the altar. To get the altar, I need something. I don't know. I'll set that to build. And I'll set this to build. There's quite a variety of different spells that I can learn. And some items that I need. Alright, so I've got things prepared. They're building up. So I'm going to fill in my army with one more person. Usually have a pretty good time with like ranged people. I don't know though. I might need to go with another melee fighter. Okay. I got a bit of an army now. So it's time to expand outward. I can get some statistics on how I'm doing so far. Open up this screen and you can see I've got castle, I've got provinces. They provide a little bit of resources and a little bit of money. And my armies, they cost a little bit of money, and you can see the balance at the end of any turn is how much I'm gaining here. But I really want to take over more of the surrounding countryside so that I'll be getting more money. Another thing I can do actually is I can go to visit locations, and you can see these are the places that I've explored. I'm going to go here and fight some more brigands, because they're a relatively easy opponent to deal with. And if I defeat them, I might get some good items that'll help me out. I'm going to put him on the hill again, surround my leader with the 2 soldiers there, the militiamen. Oh, their archer can hit me. I don't like that. I think to make the best use of the slow spell, I'm going to have to stop him in his tracks early on before he's anywhere near me. Ooh, he hits hard against these thieves. That's good. Oh no. My slinger, he's getting killed. Oh, I was unlucky. Maybe I'll pull him back. That way the bowman can't hit him from all of that distance, I hope. But I'll find out. Oh, ouch. This is a tougher fight than the last one. I've still got that other militiaman, and this guy can hit from here. He did no damage, though. Unfortunate. Try to finish him off. Militiamen are useless. Did you see that hit? Pathetic. Not very good at all. He wants to hit my leader. My leader doesn't even have a weapon. So all I've got left is a fear spell. And they're using a little bit of strategy, trying to stay way back, forcing me to come to them. Pretty tricky. Aww. I should have held him back. I'll have my revenge. Take that. Stab you in the dick. Alright. I'm gonna win, but I'll take some losses. And I'm mad, so I'm just gonna finish him off with a backstab from my wizard. Poke. I'll take the hill, so I have a little of a tactical advantage on him. That gained me a level. So I can take Thaumaturgy, Wand Mastery, or Wisdom 1. I think Wisdom 1 is what I want. And the Surviving Militiaman, you can get Morale or Stamina. I'll give him a Morale boost. So I got some money, I got some gems, but I did not get any items. At least not on that screen. Sometimes outside of that screen they'll give you something else. Okay, so now I need to get some more soldiers in my army. And get another one of those and another one of those. That's basically all I can get early on. So there's a free settlement over here. I could probably take that pretty easily. I might just buy their loyalty instead of fighting them. Six enemies? Yeah, I'll definitely negotiate. They want 300 gold, which I happen to have, so I will pay them. Pickpocketing has become more frequent in the province of Raincoast. Stepping out of your house can be dangerous to your wallet. People are upset with the rising crime, and many merchants have stopped trading at the local market. Province income is decreased by 2. Well, I don't have the money to set up a retinue, so I'll just punish with death any stealing that goes on. So I've got a little money. I can buy a granary here. That'll prevent famine. And I'll do some exploring, because why not? The morale is very low here. I don't have the money to build that sorcerer's workshop. I'm going to have to wait a little while. Maybe I'll just do some exploration again. Ooh, I found a desecrated cemetery. Interesting. Your deputy of the province of Raincoast informs you that a whole tribe of river vagabonds has pulled up to the shore. They have arrived on rafts bringing shells and pebbles to sell. However, in addition to petty trade, these river rats make a living by stealing and begging. People in the province are scared of such neighbors. Well, I'm going to be a tyrannical lord and continue by executing some of the vagabonds to intimidate the others. Your soldiers catch and execute some of the vagabonds. The strategy works. The next day, the rafts leave your province's shores. Maybe I should have confiscated their property first. A traveling magician has come to your castle from the province of Bershan Swamps, claiming he can summon a genie. If you agree, the ritual will cost 500 gold coins and 50 gems. Oh, if only I had the money, I would take him up on this offer. Well, I can continue to be a bastard, but he might use the genie on me, so I might just say some other time for now. What is it that I need to build this building? can build the granary in Burschen Swamps, and that'll make people a little bit happier. I need 92 gold. Alright. Well, I can make some money by taking on one of these places here. I think I'll probably start out with the Desecrated Cemetery, because that sounds like it'll be easy. It might not. You never know. Skeletons and zombies. I'll attack them. Now, position is important. I'm going to put him on the hill. If I had another hill, that would be a good advantage, but I don't seem to, so I'm going to put him to the side and see how this goes. Now my magic spark works pretty good on skeletons, so I'm going to blast a skeleton with it. And now my ranged dude, he has a pretty good attack against zombies, but not against skeletons, because ranged attacks just pass right through their bones. They're a hard target with ranged attacks. So I'm going to use my magic to take out the skeletons, and then try to use my archer to take out the zombies. And I'll give myself some time by slowing the zombie farthest away. Even with the range bonus I have on the hill, it's not enough to hit some of these enemies. Not until the next round. See, that did nothing. Nothing at all. I'm not sure which I should do. I think my people can probably defeat the skeleton. So I'll soften up the zombie first and let this guy do his work. He's got a lot more health than the skeleton, so he should be able to survive this. Or not. Wow, vicious, vicious assault. What have I got left? Fear. I doubt fear even works. And it does not. Alright then. Great. Great. I'm gonna let the zombies come to me instead of dealing with them personally. Keep my forces back where there's a little bit of safety. I think I can hit him from here. Maybe I can get a backstab. Cool. I think I'll survive this one. And just barely. I only lost one militiaman. He was my leveled up militiaman, though, which is sad. So magic power is really good. Concentration is good. I mean, these are all basically really good things. But wisdom is usually the best one to go with. I got a spell of haste and a wooden shield, which I can't use. But the main key thing is that I got money, and with that money I can construct the building that I've been trying to build for how long now? So, now I get the spell that I wanted. I can raise a skeleton, or I can raise a zombie. Looks like the zombie requires quite a bit more resources, but he is a bit more powerful. So I'm filling out my my army with undead, I think. I get to keep the undead that I raise, which is nice. A lot of other games don't have that option. Well, let's see. What can I do now? I'm going to pause for a moment.